The Smash roster is one of my favourite parts of the entire Smash Bros. Series, with the inclusions of new fighters every installment. Never knowing who the next fighter is going to be, some fighters don't make it in, either being deconfirmed from Mii costumes, assist trophies, or other fighters from a third-party company taking the spot. As well as a few other reasons, welcome to A New Foes Appeared, where we talk about ideas for fighters that could possibly happen in Smash 6, if not the future. I'm your host, BB8 from BB8's House as always. Let's get into it. Up next. Hey there, YouTube lovers. Welcome to A New Foes Appeared. In this episode, it's kind of an odd pick, but I've really wanted to talk about it for a while because this series has barely been represented in Smash Bros. I mean, I've talked about one rep from that series before, that being a villain rep, and now I thought this foe is essential to the series that this character comes from. So I thought, why not talk about it? And if you're wondering who I'm on about, take a look at this. That's right. Poochy from the Yoshi series is who we are going to talk about today. I've wanted to talk about Poochy for quite a while, even though Poochy is not the character you take seriously when considering for Smash Bros. But I thought Poochy is fun enough to do as a New Foes Appeared episode, so I thought, we've barely had any Yoshi reps, but we did do Karmic before, so I thought, let's do Poochy. So, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? For the attributes, the playstyle would be Loyal Companion. The stats would have the weight be similar to Jigglypuff. The walk speed would be comparable to Mario. The initial dash would be comparable to Fox. The run speed would be comparable to Sonic. The air speed will be comparable to Pikachu. The fall speed being the same as Kirby. The size would be Pikachu, but when Pikachu is running, not when Pikachu's standing up. It's kind of a different thing, since Poochy is a four-legged character, so I needed to find a way around that. The frame data would be similar to Sheik, damage would be Young Link, combos would be Duck Hunt, KO power would be Mr. Game & Watch, and recovery would be Yoshi. For the moveset, the neutral special would be Woolly Roll. Poochy shakes like a ball of wool and rushes forward, pushing opponents away, able to be charged for greater power and range. As he rolls, Poochy seems to have enveloped in a ball of yarn. For the side special, we have Yarn Lasso. Does this sound like a reference to Ted Lasso? Not really. I mean, has anyone seen that show? I haven't. But I thought, we'll make a joke out of it as a part of the move set. So Yarn Lasso would involve Poochy extending a long yarn lasso in front of him, grabbing opponents in mid-range. Once caught, he can either toss them diagonally upwards or slam them into the ground. If the lasso doesn't catch anymore, it retracts quickly, and visually, a lasso made of yarn extends from Poochy's mouth. For the up special, we have Poochy Pounce. Poochy leaps into the air, performing a high jump, but while in midair, he can perform a second jump by bouncing off opponents or platforms, and this move offers decent vertical recovery and can also be used as an attack to knock opponents upward. Visually, Poochy leaps with his ears stretched out like wings. For the down special, we have Yarn Barrier. Poochy creates a temporary barrier made of yarn around himself, reducing the damage taken from incoming attacks. The barrier absorbs a certain amount of damage before dissipating visually. Poochy is surrounded by a shimmering yarn shield. And finally, for the final smash, we have Poochy Stampede. Poochy calls upon a herd of Poochy Pops who flood the stage in a chaotic stampede. The stampede rushes across the stage, trampling and launching any opponents in its path. Players caught in the stampede are dragged along until they are launched off the screen. Visually, a horde of Poochy Pops floods the stage, running in a wild frenzy. And with Poochy leading the charge, but this isn't involved with Poochy in the games in any way, but is a reskin of Yoshi's final smash in Ultimate. For the ults and the Kirby Hat, as you could tell from the moveset, Poochy's design in Smash Bros would be taken from Yoshi's Woolly World and Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World. So for the alts, we have Poochy's default appearance. Classic blue would be a blue Poochy with white spots. Sunshine yellow would be a vibrant yellow Poochy with orange spots. Forest green would be green Poochy with darker green spots. Rose pink would be a pink coloured Poochy with lighter pink spots. Mellow orange would be an orange coloured Poochy with yellow spots. Oceanic turquoise would be a turquoise coloured Poochy with light blue spots, and lavender purple would be a purple coloured Poochy with lavender spots. And for the Kirby Hat, Poochy's Kirby Hat would feature Kirby wearing a cute Poochy costume, complete with floppy ears and a yarn-like texture. Kirby's typical expression would be replaced with a cheerful, dog-like grin. And when Poochy's ability is taken by Kirby, he gains access to Poochy's neutral special move, Woolly Roll, allowing Kirby to curl into a ball and roll forward, similar to how Poochy does. For the classic mode route, we have Yarn Adventures. But since Poochy in Smash Bros would take heavy inspiration from Woolly World, it makes sense to have a Woolly World themed classic mode here. Round 1 would be Yoshi and Kirby. Round 2 would be Villager and Isabelle. Round 3 would be Meta Knight and King DDD. Round 4 would be Yoshi with his crafted world skin and Poochy. Round 5 would be Sonic, Pac-Man and Duck Hunt in a free-for-all. Round 6 would be Yarn Yoshi, Yarn Kirby,
Prince Fluff, and Yarn Poochy. And the final smash would be Marks.
For the Amiibo, the Poochy Amiibo would capture the lovable charm of Poochy in figure form, featuring intricate detailing and vibrant colours. Even though Poochy will be inspired by Wally World, it will be in figure form this time with a flocked texture on it, as Poochy himself would be depicted in a dynamic pose exuding energy and excitement, with his signature grin and wagging tail on full display. Surrounding him would be the adorable Poochy pups from Poochy and Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Crafted World, adding a delightful touch of companionship and playfulness to the scene. Each Poochy pup would be sculpted with care, showcasing their unique personalities and expressions. The base of the Amiibo would be adorned with yarn and Crafted World elements, paying homage to the worlds of Poochy and his friends that they explore. This Poochy Amiibo would serve as a cherished collectible for fans of the Yoshi series, embodying the spirit of adventure, not up, and friendship that defines Poochy's adventures. For the compatible games, we have Super Smash Bros., where you tap in Poochy to summon a fighter you can train. Mario Kart unlocks a Mii racing outfit for Poochy. And Birdo and Yoshi's Dinosaur World, which is a new concept video I have on the table, would call out Poochy for help without having to recharge. For the stage, I went with Yoshi's Crafted World from Yoshi's Crafted World, which released in 2019.
It was a crime that this stage was not in Ultimate, so I thought I would include it here. I get it, Poochy's inspired by Wally World in this version, but Crafted World has not been represented as a stage. So the stage would be set against a backdrop of charming and imaginative world of Yoshi's Crafted World. This stage would bring to life the handcrafted environments and landscapes from the games. Players battle atop platforms crafted of cardboard, fabric, and other materials, with various elements from the game's levels appearing as stage hazards or platforms. The stage dynamically shifts between different pages of Crafted World, transporting fighters to lush jungles, vibrant deserts, snowy mountains, and more. Familiar enemies and obstacles from the game, such as piranha plants and rolling eggs, would add an extra layer to the challenge on the battlefield. But keep an eye out for Poochy and the Poochy Pups, who might make a cameo on the stage if no one's playing as Poochy, which would bring a joy and excitement to the fight. And with its colourful visuals and playful design, Yoshi's Crafted World as a stage would offer a delight and engaging backdrop for epic smash battles. And finally, for the support fighters, we have Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. These dynamic duo make an appearance in their adorable baby forms, riding atop Yoshi as they did in the Yoshi's Island series. Baby Mario and Baby Luigi would zoom across the stage, throwing baby versions of their iconic items like Baby Mario's hammer or Baby Luigi's green shells to disrupt opponents. Additionally, there is a chance they may summon friendly characters like Baby Peach or Baby Donkey Kong to assist them briefly during battle. Novel Piranha Plant, this formidable boss from the Yoshi's Island series, emerges from the background to aid Poochy in battle. Novel piranha plant would attack opponents with its extendable spiked tongue and powerful stomps, creating hazardous areas on the stage with its venomous saliva. Players must dodge its attacks while taking advantage of openings to deal to this imposing floral foe. But the Bashful is one boss from Yoshi's Island would join the fray as a support fighter. This shy giant transforms into his aggressive form, bouncing around the stage and squashing opponents with his massive body. Poochy's foes will need to carefully time their attacks to avoid Bert's stomps while finding opportunities to counter his predictable movement patterns. And finally, we have Huckbill the Koopa. As another iconic boss from the Yoshi series, Huckbill the Koopa would swoop into battle to assist Poochy. This giant winged Koopa attacks opponents with swooping dives and fiery breath, covering large areas of the stage with flames, and players must stay alert and adapt to Huckbill's aerial assaults, utilizing Poochy's agility to outmaneuver the imposing reptilian adversary. So guys, what did you think of Poochy? If you haven't casted your vote on the foe ballot yet, please do so, because I am interested to hear what you have to say, or who you want me to talk about in a new foes appeared. So, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notification bell on so you don't miss another video like this one. And I will see you all in a future video. BB8 out.